Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Welcome viewers after a long time to my channel Spread the Light with some new interesting content. My last series was about entrepreneurship series. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Now today I am going to share some routine life self-management tips with you. As we all know that change is a continuous process and human thoughts and behaviors are continuously changing. Sometimes we got stuck and encounter some challenges. Here I am going to show and share some useful tips to manage yourself to deal with these changes and challenges. These tips can be applied in both personal and professional life. So let's start the video. Viewers, there are so many useful self-management tips, but in today's video, I'm sharing top 10 self-management tips. In coming videos, more tips will be shared inshallah. Tip number 1 is about how to manage yourself, and it is to create and develop a new leadership vision. Now is the time to clarify the refine your leadership vision. This requires both articulating your values and re-examining your goals for the future. Start by identifying the 4 or 5 most important episodes in your life, moments that defined who you are today. For each episode, articulate how it shaped your values. Then draft a statement of your personal leadership vision. This is a compelling image of a achievable future. Describe the kind of leader you want to become and the major contributions you want to make to the world between now and the future. Tip number 2 is just to pretend you have what you want. Your mind is often your greatest tool, but as anyone who has been taken over by fears, frustrations, or worries knows, it can also be your greatest enemy. Whether you are concerned that you don't have the respect of your peers or that a customer is not calling you back because she's gone to competitor, overthinking the issue only serve to compound the worry. Instead, pretend you have what you want. Act as if your peers respect you or as if the customer is loyal. These may be fantasies, but what you are worrying about may be as well. It's better to stop the worry and act confidently. Chances are better that you will get what you want. Tip number 3 is to learn to take ownership. Autonomy, influence, and a sense of meanings are also associated with lower stress. If you need to find more joy, take on a new project that will improve your job, team, or workplace. While you may not have the same degree of freedom that an entrepreneur does, you can find ways to set the agenda and claim ownership of tasks and projects. This ownership will likely improve your job satisfaction while adding an important accomplishment to your resume. Number 4. Take responsibility for your growth. Responsibility for your professional development lies squarely on your shoulder. No matter your situation, use these tips to keep sharp. Meet with your former coworkers each month. Talk about your industry and where it is headed. This will keep you tapped into the community. Have one major learning experiences each quarter. If your work is not giving you the necessary challenges, seek out other opportunities. Volunteer for a non-profit, attend a conference, or take a class. Give yourself a performance review. Reflect on your growth and performance, whether through a formal process or not. Be honest with yourself about your strengths and weaknesses and what you should focus on in the coming year. The tip number 5 to manage yourself is to increase your desire to learn. Don't let your ego get in the way of your desire to learn. Successful leaders keep their minds open to new things because they know that no matter how high their level of mastery is, there is always more to discover. If you have become an expert in one field, seek out other fields where you can transfer and apply your expertise. When facing challenges, even ones you have faced many times before, adopt a learner approach. Ask questions or find new ways to solve the problem. The tip number 6 is to give yourself a leadership workup. Many of us wait until we are sick to see a doctor. However, preventive medical assessments have been shown to improve health, save lives, and reduce medical costs. Prevention can be beneficial to leadership assessments too. Often, people are asked to see a coach or participate in a 360-degree assessment when trouble surface. Yet time and money could be saved if leaders underwent through assessments before problems arose. Ask the people about you for feedback about what's working and what's not. Be sure you understand their expectations and where you may not be meeting them or are unnecessarily exceeding them. Having a complete understanding of where you are as a leader gives you a greater sense of control and power to shape your future. Number 7. Work on your backhand. When you are particularly good at something, it's easy to rely on that strength. For example, if your forehand is your strongest stroke, you will position yourself to use it much more often. But turning weaknesses into strengths will give you a competitive edge and make you a more effective leader. Focus energy on improving your weak points. Think about your last performance review or ask your peers what one capability you really need to succeed in the current environment. There is no better way to impress than to reveal a killer backhand when everyone's expecting your forehand. Tip number 8. Shed your excessive need to be you. One of the worst habits a leader can have is excusing his behavior with claims like, "That's just the way I am." Stop clinging to bad behavior because you believe they are essential to who you are. Instead of insisting that you can't change, think about how these behaviors may be impeding the success of those around you. Don't think of these behaviors as character traits, but as possibilities for improvement. You will be surprised how easily you can change when it helps you succeed. The tip number 9 about managing yourself is to be open to criticism. Constructive criticism is essential for creativity, innovation, and problem solving. Since leadership requires all three, leaders need to be sure not only that they are open to criticism, but that they actively seek it out. Don't simply ask for journal feedback, but ask people, direct reports, peers, customers to poke holes in your ideas and approaches. Critique can be a useful approach to test ideas and keep people and teams accountable. Last but not the least, listen better. For years, leadership experts have been encouraging managers to improve their listening skills. Good listening is not just about making the speakers feel respected and heard, it's about making sure you understand what's truly said. Here are 3 tips for better listening. Think. Engage in the conversation by thinking ahead and anticipating what the speaker is going to say. Try to anticipate the conclusions. Don't just hear the words. Review. Pause briefly and mentally summarize the points. Listen. Watch non-verbal cues that could indicate what the speaker is not saying. What is not said is often as important what is. Alright viewers, these were the top 10 management tips, or you can say skills, to manage yourself in personal and professional life. I hope these tips will be beneficial and work for you. In next video, inshallah, I will share some more tips about managing yourself. Please do share this video to others, as sharing knowledge is also a form of caring about others. And also don't forget to subscribe my channel. Then there is a lot more to come, inshallah, in next videos. Till then, thank you so much and stay blessed.